If you're a fan or a friend, then you know exactly how I feel about cooking. To me, it's a creative art, and there's really no restriction. That is, if it can be eaten and it's safe to eat, then there's really nothing that you can do to spoil the fun of cooking. Today, every single thing you see here can be eaten raw. As a matter of fact, people do it every single day. I mentioned that just in case you're new to my style. Carrots are fine, you can eat those raw, and people do it every day. As you can see, broccoli is there. A lot of people like broccoli, and there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think anyway. And as you look further, you see cauliflower. Now, cauliflower to me is one of those really great vegetables, because with the proper dip, you can eat cauliflower all night. And then, of course, there's bell peppers. It adds a certain flavor, and it adds certain color to your cooking. So that's absolutely fine. Then there are the special things that I like. Onions, for example, and of course, Scotch bonnet pepper. If I can cook with Scotch bonnet pepper, I will. I love the flavor of it. So there you have it. This is the base for my seafood medley. Vegetables with seafood. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, onions, Scotch bonnet pepper. So, first things first. A little bit of coconut oil in my frying pan. Then I add everything that I just showed you. Now, this is it. If you're a vegetarian, you may just want to just do this. Enjoy the medley of vegetables. You don't have to add anything else really. Except, of course, salt and pepper and other seasoning that you like. Just make sure everything is cooked. You know, your onions are nice and clear, and you're done. In my case, of course, I didn't stop there. I added a little bit of soy sauce because I like the taste of soy sauce sometimes. And, of course, there are other things that I added. After all, I did call it seafood medley, didn't I? Which indicated that I'll be added some seafood. And I did. Ready? Okay, here we go. First of all, smoked herring. Now, this is not everyone's cup of tea. As a matter of fact, I will tell you this. Smoked herring is an acquired taste. Either you like it or you don't. So I added some smoked herring to my pot with all the vegetables. So now we have smoked herring with vegetables. And again, you could stop right here. No one says you have to go any further, because the saltiness of the smoked herring along with the Scotch bonnet pepper is wonderful. But I didn't stop there. I happen to like curry, so I added some curry. Keep in mind that I said earlier that cooking is a creative art. It is something you do to relieve stress. It is something that you do to feed yourself. And it is something that you do because you are a creative being. And cooking is probably the most beautiful of all the creative arts. In my case, of course, I added some salad shrimp, tail off, wild caught, cooked, and hand peel. Now, because it said hand peel, you know I'm going to put it into something where I'm going to add a lot of heat. I like adding a lot of heat. Also, because I want a thick gravy, I add a glass of water. Into the glass of water, I added some cornstarch, because that's what's going to thicken my gravy. So, there you have it. About a half a glass of water with a teaspoon of cornstarch, and I was ready to go. So there it is. In it went. Now, you'll notice that everything gets cooled down, which is what it's supposed to do. But as your pot is heated, it'll become thicker. Now, you may want to add 1 glass of water as opposed to half a glass of water. That's entirely up to you and how much gravy you'd like to have. So there you have it. Shrimp with smoked herring and a lot of vegetables. And quite frankly, that was my dinner for tonight. See, I think cooking can be a lot of fun. You should smell this, by the way. I think perhaps it could have used some more Scotch bonnet pepper. but for tonight this will do just fine. If you're a fan or a friend, then you know that I keep cooked rice in my refrigerator because that saved me the trouble of having to cook some more rice. So tonight, in keeping with my tradition, I had some cooked rice. Now keep in mind everything is already cooked, so when it gets to a boil again, then you're done. You simply turn your stove off, which was set to medium, and you are finished. All I did was to break out some cooked rice and added some of my seafood medley. Don't forget to share your comments and your suggestions, and thank you so very much for watching my videos.